everyone, welcome back. It's Mike Shutty, author of the Belmont Superscreener and co-founder of Horse Racing University. In this video, we're going to explore the Belmont Stakes, what makes it such a unique race, and more importantly, why is it that so many prohibitive favorites have failed to take down this third leg of the Triple Crown. Think about it. Most of these horses will never run back to the mile-and-a-half distance. And certainly, none of these horses will run 3 marathon distance races 5 weeks apart. That's why we don't have very many Triple Crown winners. As far as the Superscreener is concerned, the Belmont Stakes is completely different than the Preakness and the Kentucky Derby. There are 16 Superscreening criteria. None of them are the same as what you'll find in the Derby or the Preakness books. And very, very typical of this race, you'll have a horse that comes in, or horses, that have done extremely well both in the Derby and in the Preakness, and they come into the Belmont Stakes as the prohibitive favorite. But listen to this list of horses that have done exactly that, but have failed to win this last leg of the Triple Crown. You've got Silver Charm, Real Quiet, War Emblem, Funny Side, Smarty Jones, Big Brown, and California Chrome. All quality horses, many of those who have done amazing things post the Belmont Stakes, but they failed to actually catch this last leg of the Triple Crown. And why is it? The Superscreener has evaluated this over the last 20 plus years. Here are some of the most important criteria that you need to consider when you're looking at your prohibitive favorite this year for the Belmont Stakes. We've already covered one, way too much racing in a very short space of time. Not just during the Triple Crown run, but you should even take a look at horses that maybe run a very heavy campaign prior. If the horse has 9 lifetime races or more, boy, that's going to be a big knock as you come into the Belmont Stakes. Probably not a lot of energy left in reserve. And speaking of energy, if their energy distribution is not distributed a little bit late at least, where you've got maybe some kind of a late pace figure from Briss of 95, mid-90s, upper 90s, the horse is also going to struggle to be able to take down that final leg of the Triple Crown. Probably will get nipped at the wire by somebody who does have a little bit of the edge in the late pace factor. Alright, factor number 3, look for a horse that does not have an erratic distribution of their energy distribution profile. And what we mean by that is they're not too stacked heavily up front in terms of the earlier part of the race, or way stacked in terms of the latter part of the race. This is why deep closers and wire-to-wire type horses do not typically win the Belmont Stakes. You need a horse that can distribute its energy rather evenly throughout the race to have any shot at winning this important race. The fourth item is make sure the horse is not taking a drop in their final speed rating from the Kentucky Derby to the Preakness Stakes. This has been a big red flag over the years in terms of seeing that a horse might be coming off and may have peaked in the Kentucky Derby and is continuing a descent in their form cycle going into the Belmont Stakes. So when looking at this year's prohibitive favorite, and there always is one, keep in mind these particular criteria. Evaluate your horse against that, because if there are any knocks in the armor here, you may want to consider an alternative choice, probably a greater value, as your Belmont Stakes winner. That's our first video here around understanding the Belmont Stakes. We'll take a look at maybe some of the long shots in this race and tell you a bit more about how to isolate those as well. Now, until then, I want you to go fast and win.